Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do share with friends and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Jaydev joins me in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all the viewers.
Yeah. First of all, Jaydev, I'd like to mention this specially to our viewers that we would like to congratulate BJP leader Kirit Somaiya, who on a daily basis is unearthing Mahavikas Aghadi scams. And because of security reasons, as you know, what is happening in Maharashtra, Centre has provided him with Z security. And we, the public, are grateful for that. Okay, moving on to the latest breaking news, Jaydev, about Sonu Sood.
Yeah, it's a huge surprise that the Income Tax Department has done a survey on the Mumbai office of Sonu Sood. And it is reported that this raid has taken place in 6 different areas. So last month, Sonu Sood had been made the brand ambassador of the mentorship program started by the Delhi government for school children. So it is worth noting that in August, Sonu Sood met Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi chief minister, and after this meeting, he also jointly addressed the media. Now, Kejriwal has said that Sonu Sood has agreed to become the brand ambassador of Delhi government's special program, Desh Ke Mentors. So he had also said that the Delhi Education Department would soon start the Desh Ke Mentors program. So Sonu Sood has agreed to be its brand ambassador. CM Kejriwal said on that occasion that actor Sonu Sood has become an inspiration for the people due to his work and fulfilling the responsibilities towards the society. So now I wonder, what Kejriwal has to say that the IT has raided 6 different places, with regards to Sonu Sood.
Yeah, you're also, it's not surprising, Jaydev, because see, this person is not trusted by anybody. Sonu Sood is not a genuine person. So he has just joined hands with another, person who's not genuine. So as they say, birds of a feather flock together. So that's exactly where he fits in. So I would say that's the place for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to portray an image like MGR, who's like a people's person, and he gets funds, like he buys off oxygen plants during the COVID period, right? And then he I mean, like, from where does he get the money from? He has only acted in few films, and that too not hit films.
Yeah, right? And also the latest news is that he has bought a huge house for worth, over 20 crores. Now, where did the money come? See, I haven't seen a single Sonu Sood movie. So where did the money come from? So this is very dicey. How these people are buying billion-dollar homes, when they don't even have one movie in hand, not even an ad, to talk about. So this is a very surprising side to it. Okay, meanwhile in Gujarat, the swearing in of CM Bhupendra Patel's cabinet has been postponed. Now it will be done on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. On Tuesday, BJP Gujarat unit spokesperson Yamal Vyas had said that their names would be announced at the swearing-in ceremony of the ministers as part of the procedure. There is speculation in the party about whether Nitin Patel will be retained in the new cabinet. Nitin Patel was the deputy chief minister in the Vijay Rupani-led cabinet. There is also speculation about retaining senior ministers in the Rupani cabinet. Bhupendra Singh, Chudasama, R.C. Faldu, and Kaushik Patel in the new cabinet. Meanwhile, what's happening in the UN, Jaydev?
Yeah, in the UN, India has again exposed Pakistan. The real condition of Sikh, Hindu, Christians exposed India has once again presented the real picture of Pakistan to the world in the UNHRC, which is the United Nations Human Rights Council. So India has said in the UNHRC that Pakistan is openly supporting terrorists as a state policy. So Pakistan has failed to protect the rights of its minorities, including Sikhs, Hindus, Christians, and Ahmadis. Earlier, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Michelle Bachelet on Monday described the use of UAPA in India and repeated temporary suspension of communication services in Jammu and Kashmir as worrisome. So on this, India on Tuesday expressed disappointment over the inappropriate remarks made by the UNHRC chief on Jammu and Kashmir, saying that his comments do not reflect the ground reality. India has put the truth in front of the world in the past. In fact, India has been exposing Pakistani actions in the Human Rights Council before. India is constantly trying to make the world aware of the truth on the bad condition of the minorities in Pakistan. So here, I mean, like, I wonder if now once the Taliban has gained a foothold in Afghanistan, and if India plans to do something on that, like indirectly participate in, removing the Taliban from Afghanistan. So I'm sure, like, something is going to happen in the few months ahead.
Also here, I'd like to mention that Pakistan is the worst place for minorities, whether it's Hindus or Christians, because they've been kidnapping young minor girls and converting them and forcefully marrying them and then raping them. So this is what has been happening in the past so many years. So young girls are not allowed to meet their, family, and they are ostracized. And then after that, what is done is even more horrific. They are sold in the Gulf market as slaves. So this is what is happening to minorities. So remember, friends, India is a very safe place where the government looks after everyone, in the same way. There is no, difference between people. Remember the difference between what's happening in Pakistan and what's happening in India. Okay, meanwhile, Shahrukh Khan is supposed to give Rajkumar Hirani the biggest flop of his career. At least that's what a viral meme says. While Shah Rukh Khan's fans were excited about the superstar's lineup of films, his haters and trollers were having a great time making fun of his latest collaboration. After a long time, Shah Rukh Khan fans, said some very interesting things would happen now that he's back. He has YRF's actioner Pathan, Akli's high-octane haste drama, and now he's on board Rajkumar Hirani's Next, which is a film based on immigration issues, and Donkey Flight, which is, what is a donkey flight? That is the illegal backdoor route used by Indians to emigrate to countries. To reports, the film will highlight how rampantly thousands of young Indians get on board the donkey flight and use illegal means to get to the country of their dreams. However, the film will be typically Hirani style, with lots of emotional as well as light-hearted moments, is what they're saying. The film is set to go on floors in May 2022, and while there is no confirmation, you should guess who is the heroine. Taapsee Pannu is said to be zeroed in to play the female lead opposite Shah Rukh. See, Taapsee is the lady that everybody favors. The directors, the producers, everybody. Obviously, Shah Rukh fans are making merry about yet another interesting project up his sleeves, especially after the long wait post the debacle of Zero. But SRK trollers across social media have been having a field day ever since this announcement came their way. A meme in particular that has been going viral says a lot about what the Janta thinks about Shah Rukh's recent choices. This, which is being widely shared across social media, shows how Shah Rukh has been responsible for giving some of the best filmmakers in the industry the biggest flops of their career. Names like Jab Tak Hai Jaan, which is YRF, Manish Sharma's Fan, Rahul Dholakia's Rais, Imtiaz Ali's Jab Harry Met Sejal, Anand El Rai's Zero are on the list of flops. And this meme further suggests that now it's Rajkumar Hirani's turn to taste failure, since he's collaborating with Shah Rukh Khan after delivering blockbusters like Three Idiots, PK, Sanju Munabai, MBBS, Lage Raho Munabai. So that's it from SRK's side. Meanwhile, Boni Kapoor has some interesting news, which we cannot believe, but it seems so. Jaydev, could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, Boni Kapoor and his daughters Janvi and Kushi They now have received the UAE's golden visa after Mammootty and Mohanlal. So UAE is United Arab Emirates, where you have places like Dubai. So in the Middle East. Now, after actors like Sanjay Dutt, Mohanlal, and Mammootty, producer and director Boni Kapoor and his family has received a 10-year golden visa from Dubai government. So Kapoor took to social media to share the news. He wrote, "Grateful to Dubai government for granting me and my family a 10 years golden visa. So dynamic and kind-hearted leadership, best destination Dubai and UAE." So remembering his wife Sri Devi had died in Dubai in 2018, which they said was due to an accidental drowning. So actor had gone to Dubai to attend a family wedding and had stayed behind for a few days as rest of the family returned. So my grateful thanks to the ruler H.E. Muhammad Ali, my grateful thanks to H.E. Muhammad Ali Al Shurafa Al Hamadi for bestowing upon me the golden visa for UAE. I am indeed honored. My gratitude also goes out to Mr. Yusuf Ali MA for facilitating this. Read the caption. So that's what it's. I don't know what's so great in getting a golden visa.
So also strange, Also strange is that, see, when Deepti Pinati has been fighting this case, everybody knows exactly the background of what happened to Sri Devi. Sri Devi was supposed to fall dead at the dance party at the wedding, but it didn't happen, according to them, and allegedly she was killed after that. So all this humbug about natural death and all that is all flies out of the window. Meanwhile, ever since the arrest of Bollywood actress and reality television show superstar Shilpa Shetty's husband Raj Kundra, the diva has been missing in action from the dance reality show. With Shilpa going off from her jury duty, the showrunners have been inviting celebrity guest judges to make up for her absence on the show. So far, several stars, including Kareena Kapoor, these are all the old ones, Sonali Bendre, Maushami Chatterjee, people who do not appear in films anymore, Malaika Arora, all the oldies have appeared on the show. In the meanwhile, no one spoke about Shilpa Shetty's absence from Super Dancer 4 since the last time she appeared on it a month back. Recently, filmmaker and Shilpa's co-judge Anurag Basu told media in an interview that everyone misses her a lot on the sets. Now, this is another sort of a whitewashing that's happening. You remember what happened to Ria and what happened to Shehnaz. Anurag told the media, "We miss Shilpa a lot on the set. There's a bonding between all of us who are a part of the show, and which also includes people behind the scenes and the choreographers. We're a small family, and when one person isn't around, then bahut mushkil hota hai. Shilpa is dear to us." He further said that he has no clue about Shilpa's comeback. "I have no clue. I sent her a message asking when are you coming back, but I got no reply. So I don't know when she'll be back. I can't say. I don't know what's happening. Let's hope she returns soon. I'm just looking forward," he added. About Shilpa's return on the show, Anurag said, "I had sent her a message but did not get a reply. So let's hope she returns. I'm just looking forward to it." So here again, friends, when people in the industry start praising people like Shilpa or Ria or Shehnaz, that, see, they are covering up for something. And they're trying to show that nothing has happened in the Raj Kundra case. And they think that public memory is very short and that we'll forget everything and stop the boycott Bollywood movement. So this is a part of that, I guess. Yeah, back to you, Jaydev, about Deepika.
Yeah, see, I would like to add my comment here is that, why was not Shehnaz Gill, given a mainstream actress role in a mainstream Hindi film before Siddharth Shukla's death? So that's a big question. Why all the importance after Siddharth Shukla died? That's what I don't understand. It's quite amusing. So,
but in fact, it seems she's going to get a role with there's a singer in Punjab. I forget his name.
But that is after Siddharth Shukla's
exactly,
death,
yeah, after the whitewashing, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now coming to Deepika Padukone, from a BMW to a posh apartment in Bandra, Deepika and Ranveer Singh recently purchased a 5 BHK ground plus first floor bungalow in Alibag for 22 crore rupees. So here's a look at some other things that Deepika owns, like her apartment in Mumbai's Prabhadevi is worth 40 crore rupees. And she also owns a post apartment in Mumbai's Bandra, which costs rupees 7 crores. And she has a Mercedes Maybach luxury vehicle. And the cost of that car is approximately 1.67 crores. She has an Audi A8 and Q7. She also owns an Audi A8 that costs like 1.56 crores and Q7 worth rupees 93.35 lakhs. So, I mean, like, when you look at her materialistic positions and the fact that she's an outsider, apparently, right? Like, she doesn't have any influential family backing her. But yet she was successful because she listened to the tunes of the cabal, the Bollywood cabal. She didn't go against the Bollywood cabal, and she stood in front of JNU like she was all whatever the anti-Indian lobby or anti-Hindu or whatever you call it, like whatever they sort of liked, she was dancing to those tunes, right? So this is
but see, But also, see, note that both the husband and wife didn't have any movie. Ever since the COVID started, they've just been, sitting there and posting pictures on Instagram. Other than that, they've not had any movies. So where does all this money come from? It's only, everybody's guess where it's coming from. And see, why isn't the income tax rating them as they do? I mean, middle classes cannot even, with even 1 rupee, they will be behind your back. But these guys just get away with murder. At least Sonu Sood is a good example. I hope they do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, see, everything should have a completion. Like, NCB sort of brings summons all these actresses last year, right? Like Radhika Kapoor. But there's no sort of, they are just summoning and they're not giving any sort of punishment or anything. That's what I'm not seeing any penalties being given out to these high profile stars. That's what.
See, if the officers are corrupt, then they will go for a settlement and people will not know about it. And they'll say only so much cash was retrieved from them. So that could also happen, if they are corrupt, if the officers are corrupt. Okay. Moving on to the salary of Aamir Khan's personal bodyguard, Yuvraj Ghorpade, is more than the CTC of many CEOs. Aamir Khan's personal bodyguard, Yuvraj Ghorpade, dropped out of school at the age of 16. He was doing odd jobs till he joined a security agency in 2002. A Bollywood star's entourage is incomplete without his personal bodyguard, who silently seeing performing his duty of protecting the celebrity from fanatic fans and celebrity-obsessed media. Tasked with the duty of keeping over-eager fans at an arm's length, being a personal bodyguard to a celebrity is no mean feat. However, seems like some are simply destined for the job, such as Aamir Khan's personal bodyguard, Yuvraj Ghorpade. Now, this is a report which has come in a Bollywood news. Remember now I don't think there's anyone to to sort of crowd Aamir Khan, because all these people are being boycotted. The report further says that Yuvraj Ghorpade is always seen by Aamir Khan's side like a shadow. From public events to film sets, Yuvraj is spotted with Aamir come hail or storm. Yuvraj, who wanted to pursue bodybuilding, ended up being Aamir Khan's personal security after things didn't work out for him as he had wished them to. A school dropout, his life took a turn when he joined Ace Security and subsequently got the job of Aamir Khan's security. Now, here what I want to tell you is, friends, when the news of Bachchan's security guard and his salary came, and when it became public, immediately he fired him. Now, what was the reason? We don't know. So this is something we have to see, whether this guy will also now get fired for his salary being, sort of exposed. Okay, back to you, Jay.
Yeah, see, whenever you turn on Netflix, I think last year you would always see the face of Radhika Apte with some series or some like some films. So there was a meme, if you remember, like what each and every Indian series on Netflix, will star Radhika Apte. So there's a controversy like, Radhika Apte is like one of the few critically acclaimed stars now, according to them, right? The photos have surfaced online, which include Radhika's lovemaking scenes with Adil Hussain and Tanishta Chatterjee. This was on the film Parched. The film's name is Parched. And Twitter users pointed out that when something goes wrong in the country, the woke celebrities spare no time to share photos holding placards. But when it comes to one of them, they remain tight-lipped. While some pointed out that B-Town has been quiet on the Raj Kundra issue, a section of users said that Radhika's lovemaking scenes in the film Parched were against our culture. On coming across Radhika's sensational photos on the internet, a Twitter user wrote, "They are against our culture." Another tweeted, "Their movies are so bad that I can't even put a photo video. The issues that they have spread obscenity, boycott them in the interest of the country. Bollywood always targets the ancient religion and traditions of Bharat," tweeted yet another user. So Radhika had opened up about doing the film Past, where she played the role of a sex worker and spoke about a nude video from her film Clean Shaven that went viral on the internet, and reports claim that back then she featured in it. So talking about the film Parched coming to her at a time when she needed it the most and addressing the controversy around the nude clip, Radhika told media, I really needed a role like this because when you're in Bollywood, you're constantly told that what to do with your body, and I always maintain that I would never do anything to my body or face. When a nude clip of mine leaked while I was filming Clean Shaven, I was trolled badly and it did affect me. I couldn't step out of the house for 4 days, not because of what the media was saying, but because my driver, watchman, and my stylist driver recognized me from the images. She added the controversial photographs were bare-skinned selfies, and anyone with a sane eye would have guessed it wasn't me. I don't think there's anything one can do or one should do but ignore it. Anything else is a waste of your time. So when I stripped for Parched, I realized there's nothing left for me to hide. So I was almost naked in that scene. I have no issues with such scenes as long as they have not been done to tickle one's lower senses. I have no issues with such scenes as long as they are meant to portray the complexities of human life. This is what Adil added. Adil was the co-star of Radhika. He also shared that his wife did not have any issues with the nude scene as she respects his profession and has complete faith in his sensibilities. So yeah, I mean, like the tweet, it is quite thought-provoking that why only Raj Kundra is pointed out in this whole erotica.
So yeah. Here, in fact, it reminds me of Gehna Vishish saying that she's doing a photo shoot and she's not been forced to do it, and it's not Raj Kundra who's making her do it, nor is she drinking something laced with any drug. So when women are willing to do all this, it's ultimately the image of a woman that suffers. Because here, see, if you're looking at India, you have the leading pilots, doctors, nurses, teachers, everybody working so hard to prove themselves in their work field. And then you have a few people like this who degrade themselves to say that, see, women are but just mere flesh to be enjoyed. So this is something very degrading. And again, see, it's the same with Shilpa Shetty or with Riya or with anybody else. Okay, moving to Kareena Kapoor. Kareena Kapoor, as though she's done a very shattering event, she says that she's going to break her silence over the controversy around her son Jay's name. She says, I'm a positive person and I want to spread happiness and positivity. There's no place for negativity in our lives. Kareena and Saif welcomed their second born in February this year. Up until now, both had kept the name of their second son under wraps. But before the launch of Kareena's book, naturally, to get publicity on pregnancy, it was revealed that the celebrity couple had named their second son Jay. However, several media reports claimed that Jay was just Kareena's son's nickname and his full name was, in fact, Jahangir, which had been disclosed by the diva in her pregnancy Bible. Soon after the news of Kareena's son's name being Jahangir spread, the celebrity couple became the center of social media attention and were brutally trolled for the choice of the name. Earlier, Kareena and Saif were trolled for naming their firstborn Taimur. Later, during a live Instagram session with Karan Johar for the launch of her book on pregnancy, when the filmmaker asked if she is allowed to mention her second child's name, she said, "Yeah, it's J. Ali Khan." Now, in a recent interview with India Today, she opened up about the negativity on social media surrounding her son's name. She said she wished there wasn't negativity because people are talking about her two innocent children. Two innocent children, friends, named after two tyrants, okay, is what I have to say. Kareena said, "I'm a positive person. I want to spread happiness and positivity. There's no place for negativity." So she further added that undue attention was given to her choice of naming her baby, considering there was a lot happening otherwise in the world that netizens should be worrying or concerned about. We are in a global pandemic right now. I don't think the most important thing is what my son is doing or what my son's name is. What exactly is happening with my son, I don't think that's the focus. Now here, Kareena, I would like to tell you that, see, your only claim to fame, I mean you and Saif's only claim to fame is at the moment naming your children after two tyrants. You're talking about Taimur and you're talking about Jahangir. And if you look at history, these were the characters that people hated the most. They were the most violent, and that period is something that everybody would like to forget about. So try to get that into your brains that they were tyrants. People don't name their children after tyrants. They name them after heroes. So that's why people are trolling you, not for anything else. Meanwhile, back to you, Jaidev, about Ankita.
Yeah, if I think if they have a third son, they will call him Aurangzeb. I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So coming back to Ankita Lokhande, now after her support to Riya Chakravarti openly, now she says that Pavitra Rishta title track reminds her of Sushant Singh Rajput. I get goosebumps. And how she said that she misses Sushant when she hears the title track of Pavitra Rishta. So now that Pavitra Rishta 2.0 is going to release, Ankita Lokhande is currently gearing up for that season. And she said that, recently in an interview with media, she talked about how she misses Sushant while shooting. She said that the title track of the show often reminds her of SSR. Now, during the conversation, she opened up about the show, and she said that more than missing Sushant was like Manav for her. So Manav is the name of the character that Sushant plays in Pavitra Rishta. So she said that when she used to read a script, there used to be one of Archana's lines and one of Manav's, which is now being played by a new guy called Shahir Sheikh, who's taking the position of Sushant Singh. Now, Lokhande explained that she knows his voice, his tone, and the way of talking. Thus, while script reading, she could feel that. And she said that when a person is acting, they don't understand. Because while filming for her Manav was Shahir Sheikh. So she said that this is what she is reminded of Sushant Singh Rajput when she hears the title track, and somehow I feel that she's still trying to cash in on Sushant Singh's name even now for each and every be it social media post or whether it's a new venture. I feel that she's cashing in on that name of Sushant Singh Rajput. That is my opinion.
Yeah. Also, the fact that Sushant didn't want her to show their private moments together. See, whenever you are in a relationship that is already closed and done with, you wouldn't want to see pictures or videos of that event, that time, that period. And what she did was, when he was alive, she started leaking out the videos through people they knew. So he was shocked, and that's the time I guess he started to move away from her. And now, after SSR's death, there were some videos of him in a puja room, in a very sort of a small room, see, that's how when people start off, they start off in small flats and then become big. So she wants to show people that they started small, and she would have been one of the reasons for SSR's success. So this is also one point I think this lady is trying to get at.
Yeah, you have one final piece of news, right? Like
yeah,
regarding
Mumayt
Khan.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, Tollywood drugs case. In the Tollywood's drugs case, actor Mumayt Khan appears before ED for questioning. The film actor Mumayt Khan appeared before the ED as part of an ongoing probe in a money laundering case in connection with a high-end drugs racket that was busted in Hyderabad in July 2017. Now remember, all these actors were called in the same case. Ms. Khan, who is well known for her smaller roles in Telugu, Hindi, Kannada and Tamil films, was summoned by the central agency for allegedly procuring and consuming Class A narcotic substances, including LSD and MDMA, from Kelvin Mascarenhas, a city-based musician and prime accused in the drugs racket, which had a clientele of over 1,000 customers, including students of city-based high-end schools and colleges, Tollywood personalities and employees of several multinational companies in Hyderabad. She is the 8th person from the film industry to appear before the ED in the past 2 weeks. The agency has summoned over 10 Tollywood personalities and a couple of their staff for questioning in this case. She allegedly purchased drugs from Kelvin, and we got her bank statement as evidence. She reportedly transferred money into Kelvin's account on multiple occasions, the officer said. Since August 31st, the agency has grilled Bahubali actor Rana Daggubati, Rakul Preet Singh, Ravi Teja, noted filmmaker Puri Jagannath, and his business partner and actor Charmi Kaur in connection with the drugs and money laundering case. After the racket was busted in July 2017, which was followed by the arrest of several people, including an American, a South African, and a Netherlands national. Several Tollywood celebrities were questioned by Telangana's prohibition and excise department's loose. So here, Jaidev, I feel that, see, they are sort of, fighting with, Bollywood to see who's better in the use of drugs and who does, consumes more, in the film field. So that's quite rather amusing. And also the fact that, see...
Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
the whole death of Sushant Singh Rajput, it has opened a whole Pandora's box. Like, it has shaken the underworld industry. It has shaken the full film industry. It has shaken the whole drug cartel, like whether it's national level or international level. And it has, the complete, it has created, it has woken the eyes of the public as to what exactly is happening, behind Bollywood, all the dirty stories, sex, drugs, you name it.
Yes.
So it has awakened the whole Indian public. It's a huge, he was a sort of what you would say, he was like a person who brought about a huge change, in history.
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, when you said that, Jerry, tomorrow, viewers, Deepti will be coming again and reading the diary. So please be ready for that as well. So now, friends, the line is open, and if you need to join, you can please come, join, and express your opinion as well as your comments. Anytime. Yeah. We have D Singh who's joining us. Welcome.
Hi, Minaji.
Hi.
Good morning from here. I guess it's late evening there. I would like to keep it brief, but a couple of things that I would like to say, Minaji. I mean, I get to your channel every day just to get news from India.
Could you just give us a brief introduction about you?
Sure. My name is Devender Singh, and I'm calling from USA. I'm born and brought up in India, lived in most of my life in Rajasthan, and then worked in Bombay before I moved here.
Yeah. Yes.
But coming back to your show, I really like, getting news from your channel. That's all I would say. But I do have one question, and it's regarding Ms. Deepti Paniti. to tell you about, what I think about, I have read all her Twitter feeds on that diaries, like today, number 70, which I plan to read today after the show. And I always listen to all the readings that she has on your show. But there is a question, I think, on the very first or second show you asked her, Miss Minaji, and that was a really great question. And I would like you to ask her again the same question when she comes tomorrow or next day. The question that you asked her was, when you were reading these diaries, you think Sushant was an agent? Do you remember that, Minaji, asking her question? And she answered, no, I don't think so. And her reasoning was that because he did not get any help from government. Which to me was, and I have respect for her, but I think I would like you to ask her the same question again, because for me,
before that, see, in the last reading, she did say that the government did approach him, and if you just try to listen to the last, last reading, you will see that Modi ji had asked the help of certain people. So perhaps you could just hear that reading. I can understand what you mean, Mr. Singh, and if you can have a look at that one and then get back to me.
Sure. But like I said, I really appreciate your opinion and her opinion coming from her, because reading all about, like, I'm not an agent, and neither are most of normal people, but there are a lot of layers to these agencies are, and depending on what layer you are, you may not have a direct contact, but
but Mr. Singh,
that's all my question to you is.
And but Mr. Singh, you must bear in mind that, see, when she went to Delhi to give these these evidence to the CBI, she would be a fool if she was going with fake stuff. Okay, so bear in mind that she wanted to give it to them, and then she couldn't because the person concerned was not there. Then she got a response when she returned that asking her for more details. Now, see, my doubt here is that, see, if they're still not asking for these, the diary, then I think perhaps they have a copy of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm aware of all her visits to Delhi and her persistence, going there one more time every day. And I read all about her, so I'm aware of that. And I think that tells you how earnestly she works on that. And so I keep my mind open, and that's why I'm reading all the 70. Absolutely. I'm still, I wouldn't say one way or another, but like all I can do is keep an open mind. And I do. And but even if it is something not right, you can't say that. I mean, the effort that she puts in, reading on your channel, even if on other channel, it's not easy thing to do. So I I'm all for it. Yeah. And thank you for bringing her on your show. Thanks again. And thanks, Dev. I really like your addition on the show. You bring a different perspective there.
Thank you.
And that's all from me, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Welcome, Mrs. Srinivasan.
Welcome. Oh, she's gone?
Yeah. Let's add her later. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome,
Pushpa. Welcome, Dr. Pushpa.
Yeah, good evening, Minaji, and good evening, Jadevji. How are you all?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I was quite busy last few days only. Today also I joined the session a little late. I just wanted to make one point, not regarding today's episode, but I have noticed that during last 1 year, we have come to know how this Bollywood and underworld agenda and their Pakistan support, it's completely exposed. I am telling about, I watched that movie Hasina Parkar much before this SSR death. And I realized, I think any normal person will realize who is little sensible. I mean, there was nothing in that woman which could be glorified or which needs a story or is there. I mean, just justifying your crime, you will make a movie. And just to, I mean, because the case is going on, so they just want to give clean sheet on her. And we have seen such, I mean, so many movies in the past. The second thing is that, ma'am, have you seen, I mean, notice that whenever there is India-Pakistan fight and we boycott, I mean, the economy and everything, they boycott and some sanctions are some things are banned, the Bollywood always takes a neutral stand, or they will never support Indian point of view. Either they will refrain from commenting, or they will take a like शांति से रहना चाहिए, लड़ाई तो किसी चीज का कोई भी solution नहीं है. This kind of thing will come. The second thing is that on 14th June, when the first anniversary was there for SSR, I was watching many videos of Sushant. I saw one video in which he was asked during this release, Rapta release. One of the reporter asked, her name is Bharti and she is always pro Bollywood. I have seen her on Republic. Okay, and she asked, and another journalist asked about the
what's her name?
Bharti. I think her name is Bharti.
Yes.
And what happened? They asked Sushant about Kulbhushan Jadhav, who is supposed to be that they claim he is an Indian spy and he was caught in Pakistan. That his case went to ICJ, and Mr. Advocate Harish Alves was fighting for it. So tell me one thing: being an Indian, will you think over it to support Kulbhushan Jadhav? You will take time. You will need to read about this. Or you will simply say, yes, we support Kulbhushan Jadhav. He is our Indian citizen, and we support him. We don't support Pakistan, what he is doing. Okay? We don't need to think twice for this. But Sushant told, no, I haven't read anything about him. I don't have any knowledge. So that was very, I didn't like his, this comment of his. And now I realize everyone is under pressure to support Pakistan agenda. They will never support patriotic Indian national agenda. They will never support. Whenever it comes to Pakistan, they will take a neutral stand. This is a point today I wanted to make. Yes.
Right. Yeah, no, you're very correct, Pushpa. See, I think they're tutored to speak in this manner. See, now, the stand taken by Arvind Kejriwal and by Uddhav Thackeray is that, they're putting pressure on all the Hindu festivals, okay? And they say that no, now Diwali is coming, no crackers, no this thing, no lights, no this thing, and all that hangama, okay? But when it comes to any other festival, I don't like to criticize any religion because we don't have the right to do that. But they are making the difference. And they say that for other religions, it's okay. Like, you come to Christmas, it's okay. It comes to Eid, it's okay. So who are you to decide which religion should get importance and which should not get importance? Okay. In a democratic country, all religions are the same. But here, what's happening, as you said, Pushpa, they are tutored to speak in this way. See, they will speak about being kind to animals, but they'll never speak about what happens during Bakri Eid, when millions of cows and sheep are slaughtered. And in Bangladesh, they actually say that the roads, it's like a river of blood.
It's like Red River.
Yeah, the Red River. Yes. So it's very convenient for these people to speak when it suits them, and very convenient of them to keep quiet. For example, they've been speaking about rapes in certain places where it is ruled by BJP. Now, when it comes to the cases, the cases of Disha or all the women who were killed and raped in Maharashtra, did Kareena Kapoor come out? Did all these women that we are mentioning, Shilpa Shetty or Deepika Padukone or anybody come out with a banner saying that, see, be kind to women, they should be caught and they should be castrated or anything? Nothing of that sort. So it's all very well orchestrated, Pushpa, as you say. It's very, it makes you feel very bad because, and that's why this cleansing of Bollywood has to happen. Like, for example, Sunetra is saying, Meenaji, all films have revealed nexus and glorified criminals, roles played by superstars like Bachchan, Shahrukh. See, it's now everybody, almost everybody is aware that there is a cabal. And it is this cabal that is controlling, these people. And whatever they do, see, and what happens is if you play the game right, then you get a Mercedes Maybach, or you get a 20 crores or 40 crores house by the seaside. So now what are the perks?
Yeah. That's the point. I mean, now for last 1 year, or I have been noticing this for last very many years. But we as educated people, we know what is their agenda. We are clearly seeing how obvious it is. I don't know. Still, they have this audacity to preach again and again and again, presenting the same agenda. I don't know. Either they are. I mean, very. I mean, only their tweets are because of the money they are paid. They don't think at all. Yes, but they should think what is the pulse of the public, pulse of the people. They should be thinking.
Here also, Pushpa, see, another very important thing is that, see, you are making fun of us, you're making fun of our country, you're making fun of our prime minister, and still you want us to pay money, buy tickets, and come to your movies? Is that the agenda? Is what we would ask them. Okay, you want us to come and make your film a super hit, and you abuse our gods, you abuse our country, you abuse our festivals, and you abuse our gurus. Very importantly, let me tell you this: there are a lot of gurus in India who are spreading, who are spreading Gurukul system, who are spreading the our books like Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, explaining them in a simple manner for children to understand. And these are the people who are thrown out of the country or thrown into jails. And why? Because of this cabal, who pays and gets the voices that they want. Would you like to join us, Lakshmi?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir.
Welcome, Lakshmi.
Yeah. I just wanted to tell one thing that I would like to give full credit to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because if he had not bought this view of patriotism, I don't think anybody would have been nobody's eyes would have been opened. And also all credit goes to Sushant also, because that followed. Modi was telling since maybe when he came into the power as Prime Minister, but nobody was understanding. But Sushant case helped us understand what exactly was trying to tell us, the way he exposed the Congress government, and even but he exposed only on the politics side, but Sushant exposed the entire dark side of the money laundering and everything. So both went hand in hand. So had it not been him and Sushant, we wouldn't have never understood what is going on in our own country. But my question is the government under some pressure? Why are they not able to take serious action? They may take time, I understand, but I don't see any actions going on, because these actors, they still roam free and they're not imposed any strict any actions on them. I don't understand that.
Here, what I would like to say, Lakshmi, is that, see, in our country, we are getting attacked from all sides.
Yeah.
Okay, and see, there is now, as you know, there are some around 4 or 5 terrorists have been caught in Delhi, and they were planning to bomb some of the major cities, like Maharashtra also. And see, attack is coming from all sides, whether it is Pakistan, all. Then we have other areas also, like the ones we are talking about. Now, what happens is, these people who are, when you talk about NIA or all these federal agencies, they are not, well staffed. They have small groups. So, okay, so now if I say that this case is more important, the whole group is sent to that case. Okay, and then what happens is the other case suffers. See, what I don't understand is that it's very important for the government, when you have such a populated country, to keep adding intelligent, patriotic people to the federal agencies, so that we don't suffer. See, it's the same case with the judiciary. If you talk about the cases, why are the cases delayed? Okay, they say that they don't have enough judges and lawyers and blah, blah, blah. Okay, who is preventing them from taking many more lawyers? Don't give us that excuse. We are not a country where we have few people. Our population is always, more than excess.
Actually, I have no complaints with the government, ma'am. They're doing a wonderful job, because all these things had never happened before. This is a new revolution, you can say. But my only thing is, if they fast track a little bit, maybe today's generation don't understand this slow process, and also a little bit fast track where it is required. Where it is not required, you can slow down, because I understand the government must have a lot of pressures which we don't understand, or which we don't come to know. always negative publicity about him. Even if he sneezes, there's a negative publicity about that. So it is helpless for him to do anything. But still, certain things, if it is fast track, maybe people will get more confident about the government, and they'll have more faith, and everything will be sorted for them as well. Like as a strong government, they can move more forward, like is what I feel. And one more thing, when you said about these film stars that they abuse our gods and everything, very true, ma'am. All of a sudden, I see I am no one, like I don't have any background of anything. I'm just a normal, like an engineer working, like I don't know much about it. But when I see this people, suddenly they've started posting this Ganesh Chaturthi festival all over. Everybody. So I think they have a strong network. Like somebody says, like, "Hey, listen, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming. Everybody has to post the pictures," and I can see almost everybody posting it. How can it happen all of a sudden? Like,
and also see, you look at, when they went holidaying to Maldives, the whole gang went to Maldives.
Yes.
You see, so it was
even
like,
the TV industry goes there, even the film, and everybody goes there. I mean, the network is so strong. They have their roots all over.
Yeah. And also, see, very clear is the message that we will tell you what to do, you do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it well, you get rewarded. And as we said, all these cars and all these bungalows and these houses facing the sea are all results of that. See, why aren't other actors not being given that? So
actually they don't have any religion. It is not a religious agenda, ma'am. It is only money agenda. You give money, they'll move this side. You give money, they'll move that side. They just make a propaganda about everything because they don't really believe in that. They're just getting money, so they're doing it, not because they're like worried about the minorities or majorities. There's nothing to do with that.
Exactly. See, you look at the comment by Nihe. She says, I hope it's a she. If it's a he, my apology. Now, this Bollywood is advertising in Malaysian TV channels. So annoying to see this. Salman, Sonam, Disha regularly, especially in our mainstream channel after national news. So again, here, one thing we understand, Lakshmi, is that, see, in other countries, okay, they are trying to promote it. The funny, now this I'm telling you with a sense of humor, is that, see, in Afghanistan, it seems Taliban is working like us, boycott Bollywood. They said no to Bollywood songs or active movies or anything. So the people can't see them. So that's another big what do you say thing, blow for Bollywood.
They enjoyed. I think it'll become like na ghar ke na ghat ke. They'll become like that only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
thank you so much, ma'am. It was very nice talking to you. Thank you, Jaydev sir. Thank you.
Thank you, and bye. So we have Sunetra saying, Meenaji, another way to identify anti-nationals is to see who's making nationalist films and actors playing patriotic roles. Yes, that's a very important point, Sunetra, that you made. Vishali says, there was a trend saying that we are spiritual and not religious. Why can't we be proud Hindus or Sanatanis? Okay, on this note, Vishali, we will be addressing this issue, about the, the global, talk about, trying to downplay Hindutva with Mohandas Pai and MR. So that's, that is on Friday, 17. Friends. So in case you're interested, because all of you are mentioning this bit, I thought I'll just tell you that these are the two very bold speakers who do not care about what people say. So that's why we've invited them to speak about that. And it's a very important point that, Vishali, that you've made. Yes. Okay. Now, Hema, if you could post that, because the messages are going so fast, I can't see them. Just ask Hema to post it again. Hema, I've been on your live before. Please watch the videos I sent you on Twitter of the chronology of events and evidences that I tried to put together to show Ria's complete. Hema, we have dissected this inside out. If you've watched my videos right from the beginning till the end, it's like, we've done it, it's like nothing left. I mean, CBI just needs to contact us and we'll give them all the details. That's how everybody, a lot of the people have done, on YouTube. And I can even do it in my sleep, I guess. So thank you for that, Hema. Priya, now there is MVA government in Maharashtra, so Modi can't do it on fast track. If it would be BJP, it could go faster. Yes. Shobha? Yeah. Savina, it's an old story happening for ages only. Most common people are getting to know now thanks to the internet. Yes. Boycott is like Italian
Bollywood is like
mafia.
Italian. Yeah.
You get in, you don't get out, and they have their own Omerat also. Karthik, you speak very beautifully and you give a lot of information. I think it's time that you joined us live as well, so that it'll be very interesting to hear what you say. Because most of you, when you come online, you have very interesting comments to say. Please do make an effort to come online and speak the way KB and Monica and all speak, because it's very refreshing for viewers to see all of you as well. Let me just add KB. Welcome, KB.
Yeah, good evening and Har Har Mahadev.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening to all the viewers
KB,
also.
Yeah,
KB.
yeah. KB, I was just telling Karthik, see, he's another person who, puts beads of wisdom through his, online thing. And
Exactly.
I wish people like Karthik and all of you do join us, and Sunetra, all of you try to come in at least once, so that you can share your, whatever you say, because whatever you say is intelligent, and you're using so much of your intellect to give these comments. Don't waste it just only on comments.
Yes.
Please join us as well.
Yeah.
Let me add Monica also.
Yeah. In fact, I just if you notice the chat box, in fact, hello, hi Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Jaydeep. Hi, Meena ma'am.
Yeah. I just told Karthik, he talked about some place, Lucknow, I think, where a person was forcibly made to close a bank account. And I just told him in the chat, why don't you come live and tell us about it?
Yeah, I was convincing him also. But he's not coming.
So, because he comes up with very good points. So, Karthik, we would like to hear you.
And sometimes he has such a beautiful sense of humor that, I laugh at his comments.
Yes. Even Ruchi comes with some good points. Yeah. Meena ji, before I go on to the topics of today, I want to compliment you for yesterday. The way you put the entire scenario and you compiled it in such a nice way, the recapitulation that you did about the entire case.
Yes, that's why I also came here for yesterday's episode actually.
You won't believe it. Usually for the 8 o'clock session, I'm 5 minutes late. But for that, I was 5 minutes before time and waiting for you. I was so eager to hear about it. And
Monica, see,
I really love the way you explained it.
Yeah. In fact, KB, see, Hema's given comment that, she wanted to send me. I said, I've drunk the whole thing. I know the inside out of the case. Now there's nothing more that I can, absorb. So it's just that, and I'm not saying it, in vain. What I'm saying is that, I'm not showing off or anything. I'm just telling you that, we've been, all of us have been so involved from the day he died that we couldn't think of anything else.
Absolutely.
And the pain and everything has made us so sort of depressed. I mean, there are times when we would think of how he died, and it would pain us that we couldn't sleep.
And sometimes we need a break also, because we are going through it again and again, so it gets to you. So I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Sometimes we relive what he may have gone through and what they may have done. And to be very honest, the first few months, I couldn't sleep in the night. I used to imagine what they did, how they tortured him. And it used to trouble me a lot. I as if he was a family member. And I used to get up and pray that God, whoever has tortured him, that person should suffer and the world should see him suffer, he or her suffer. This was one, and secondly, I always
yes, complete.
The other second thing is I always curse that woman who is a shame. I mean, she's a curse on womanhood. She has so many people have lost belief in love because this is how a lover or a fiancé behaves. Because of this one woman, world over, people are shattered. They think all women are bad. All women are not bad.
Yes, exactly.
But she has put that dirty stamp against every woman's name. This is a shame.
It's such a shame. It's a shame.
In fact, KB, Monica and Jade, yesterday there was a question in the end that they were asking, where do you think he died? Okay. Now, the way he was murdered, it could be in his house or it could be in a police station. Now, how is that important for us? It's not my concern. What I'm saying is that he was tortured to death. And there were professionals who did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Under the eyes of the people who are the cabal. So if it is at the police station under the eyes of Sachin Waze, or whether it happened in his house, it happened. Okay.
Yes.
That has to come out. And that's why
the
we have these
question is not
federal
where.
agencies.
The question is
Yeah,
what.
exactly.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So that was one point I felt very strongly about. Yes, Monica. Yeah. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, Monica. Yeah, sure. Monica,
Yeah,
please
actually,
tell us.
yeah. For me, actually, what I felt is, like all these crimes that are going on, like I sometimes I wonder, like, what is the end to it? Like, when are we going to get a closure? And it seems like the crimes just keep. Even today, there was some news, right, that this young teenage boy, he had actually killed his whole family.
Yes.
That guy
Yes.
from Rohtak, and
Yes.
I was just like, what is happening? Like, where are we headed to? Where has humanity gone?
Yeah.
It seems like we are just
In fact, I wanted to tell you. See, you remember the case of Janvi Kukreja? Okay, the boy who is the host. Okay, that boy is enjoying himself with the same girls who came for the party. So, which means the family of those girls are not scared to send their daughters, to in the company of a person where a murder had happened. So, which means either there's something wrong with the parents, or there's something wrong with the younger generation. When you see the horrific way Janvi was killed, are we just waiting to also, follow suit?
Yeah, it can happen to any one of them. I mean, the girls who are attending, he could do a repeat offense. It will not take him a moment to think. So the daughters, the mothers of the daughters who are attending that should think.
Yes.
Right.
And also, I remember also, KB, that at the time when we were discussing that, one of the viewers said that, see, they also knew a similar case where one of their boy, from a family they knew, was invited in the same way for a party, and he disappeared. You see? So this is I think this is a pattern. Just like you have these serial killers doing this.
Absolutely.
And
it's happening again and again.
Under peer pressure, go there and they taste all this and think that things are safe.
I think they also get influenced by what they watch on the TV or in the movies. That is a great influencer for the growing youth.
But in Janvi's case, I feel like they took it to a whole another level. You know, like
exactly.
How can you beat someone until they die? Like, that's just crazy, man. Even if you're on drugs, what's wrong with you?
Monica, it's not those children. I know that these are all hired assassins who are doing it, and they are doing it to make some money, either under the dark net or whatever they where they get bitcoins, where the money source cannot be detected.
The dark web,
I'm
right?
sure
Yes,
much more. Yes.
Yes, there is something there. And coming to the Afghan thing, I was though I am much worried about the situation that is happening in Afghan. The way they are treating the women is really, something we all need to worry about. Today, if it's happening there, its repercussions will fall to the other countries in the adjoining regions too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This is one thing very worrying, but the silver lining is that they have stopped music and movies. So at least that is one area where Bollywood is going to get a beating. So this is the plus.
Good one.
And if all these girls
a
go
good
in
one.
bikinis, then you know what would be the end result.
Yeah.
All
So
these
just
sizzling
imagine
shots.
Shilpa going with her skimpy clothes to Afghanistan and she gets flogged in public. Just imagine the sight.
KB, there was a photo shoot of Ria in the same sort of clothes, like revealing clothes. And what is this for? Whether it's Janvi, Kapoor, or whether it's her. I mean, you see, what is a movie all about? It's all about content. Now, if you're only thinking that it's all about flesh, then you're wrong, because a movie runs around the content and how well it director directs it.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Here I don't understand. For example, when you talk about Janvi and Boni Kapoor and all getting golden visa and all that, for what? What have they done?
No, that has been given for something else. That is definitely not being given for their acting skills or things like that. And as far as acting is, Jaidev, please.
Sorry, I think it's for investing all the ill-gotten money into that country, to that particular country,
Could be.
Yes.
Yes. Very possible.
Yes, they must be routing their funds through there.
Exactly.
Government, they must be gaining something there.
Yeah.
True. But as far as acting, tell me.
Yes.
No, Meenaji, tell.
See, I'll tell you. See, there was when we're talking about Dawood, there is a name. I'm just trying to collect. See, he names his buildings that name, okay, and that certain name also came when the case of Sheena Bora's case came in. Someone came and took money from there, or something happened from the bank. I don't know whether you remember some creek in Dubai. Okay, so they named all their buildings under that.
Dubai? No.
Okay.
Dera Creek?
No. They have got a fountain or something. Okay, so it comes anyway. It comes under that name. Now, as you said, Jaydev, see, they must be investing there, as you said.
Yes.
So that's why all this golden and silver and platinum visas are making the rounds.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is true. And as far as you were talking about Rhea showing her flesh, what is the profession? The profession is an acting profession. It's not about a beauty pageant.
Yes.
So you better show us your acting skills rather than your beauty pageant.
Maybe she doesn't have acting skills now.
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. You got it. So she doesn't have. She doesn't have any acting skills. It's zero.
Yes.
And the other thing is, after Sushant has happened, whenever anyone who looks at her, the first thought that comes in the mind is murderer. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, whether it has not been proved, whether the case is still running in the court, I accept. Everything is fine. But each one is entitled to their personal opinion.
Yes.
Exactly.
So the personal opinion of...
When you say this, also you remember, see, she was wearing a T-shirt with all that roses and violets and all that. The moment she wore that,
the feminist
it was like it became viral with all the actors, talking about that. See, because they can't spout poetry for nuts. They're all uneducated. Okay, they leave the school at the age of 7 or 8, and then their school is totally something else.
Yes.
So no, I think that T-shirt
poetry.
Yes. I think that T-shirt was a planned move. It was a planned move to make. She was made to wear that.
Weird.
And it was all a part of the plan.
All of them started to wear the same shirt, and we are like, "What? This is so obvious."
And they were trying to like patriarchy.
Yes. So they were trying to divert the issue.
So it's okay if you dress sexily. Then who are you catering to? We would like to know. Yes. I mean, you're talking against patriarchy. Then who are you catering to?
Yes.
So that's what I felt. Definitely the person who she was living with or whoever, they must have given her that advice. On the first day, you wear your dress like this, try to create sympathy by your looks. So she was without makeup and she was putting her dupatta like a widow or whatever.
Yeah, that's the easiest card to play, right? Like when you have lost everything, the feminist card always wins. But in her case, it backfired her. It backfired her even then.
No, because we knew the facts of the case.
Monica,
exactly.
here what I want to say is that, see, usually when you're the daughter or son of an army officer, you normally grow with a lot of patriotic values and a lot of things that, see, perhaps a normal child would not, inculcate within him. Now here, her father is the one who's taught her to do everything wrong.
True.
Lie about things, give medicines to, Sushant in certain doses, mix it with certain drugs. All these things were happening as per the WhatsApp call, chats that were being shown in mainstream media. So, have you heard of parents actually coaching their children into crime?
It's disgusting.
It's a part of the grooming.
I don't have words.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of the grooming and also the values, not only patriotism. You see, I have seen so many army people, their families, they uphold the good values. Whether be it honesty, be it loyalty, be it dignity. I don't remember seeing any army officer's child wearing such lousy clothes.
Yes.
So that's part of that grooming up and training up for a child.
Correct.
They want to feel proud of their child. They wouldn't train their child. So I wonder whether his degree is an honest degree or what. Sometimes I
And do you
suspect that.
realize? Yeah, and do you realize, when on Sushant's funeral, her mom and dad didn't even come. So if they claim that she was so close with them, and like he was so close with them, like why didn't they come?
No, the mother was there.
No, Monica, they went like thieves to see that in the
from behind.
What you call?
Yeah.
No. They went where the body was kept in the morgue. They went hidely. That was on TV in Republic TV. They showed that the mother, father, and herself. But
they were hiding,
I will not call her a lady. The witch.
Okay.
They all went. They went. They went in the middle of the night like thieves, and there was
Like
one
thief,
person, Surjit. Why are you going hidely?
And that's when she said,
exactly.
That's
So that's
sorry, Babu. Yes.
Yeah.
What is she sorry about? She created this thing. She put him in that kind of a spot, and now what she's saying sorry about.
What a strange thing to say to anyone, right? Like if someone has passed on, we cry, we say that we miss you, or please come back. But sorry, like what are you sorry for?
Exactly.
She's sorry.
I don't know, Monica and KB. See, you remember she had gone to this island near Mumbai with Manish Malhotra, and carrying bags and all that to celebrate some person's birthday. Now, some unknown person, some person. Why would she be invited for that? And why is Manish Malhotra going for that? So here there is something so dicey.
Ma'am, they are part of that cabal. We know from Deepti's files that Manish was there in Dubai.
Exactly.
When Sridevi died, Manish was in that room. We have heard about that. So he's also part of the cabal. So I think we should also start with boycott him.
Yeah. Very much.
Because he's part of that group. He is encouraging them, and why should he take that lady? We all know that who is she, what she has done. So why do you encourage that, and then in public making a show of it?
Yes.
So these things, I mean, it's showing us who is in the right direction and who is in the wrong direction. We can identify better.
Yeah.
Right.
And another thing, finally, I'd like to just say is that about this. Yesterday, we had the terrorists were caught. It is a real. I mean, I commend the forces who have done this. My big salute to them. They have saved so many innocent Indians from dying.
Please note that Rakesh Asthana is the Delhi top cop. So I'm sure he is one of the most admired cops.
Yes, big salute.
So
big salute to him.
The credit should go to such people, because just like the NCB, Samir Wagre, he's another person that we should really admire. And here also, KB, see what's happening in Maharashtra. The whole thing is coming out because of Kirit Somaiya. I wish people would just say that, see, he should become the next CM. We do not want people like Fadnavis, whose wife has affiliations with Bollywood. And somewhere I feel that, see, these people, have relationships with the people in Bollywood. So we do not want such people. We want clean people.
Exactly.
Who are fighting the system.
Actually, it's too deeply ingrained there in their minds. I think they are enamored of Bollywood.
Absolutely.
So this needs to be settled. But then coming to this, the details that emerged that the brother of Dawood Ibrahim was the handler for these terrorists. This has emerged, and this is very alarming. And it should, the people who helped there were two sets. They say one was handling the funding and one was handling the logistics. So my question is, the drugs angle which is going on in Maharashtra is also part of that funding for the arms.
Yes.
For the terrorists. So it's what I could understand.
Yes. Absolutely.
So my question is, the people in Maharashtra or whichever part of the country who are helping these people, the druggies, with their drugs and thinking, chalo, let me make my fast buck. Let me enjoy the wealth. Like they think that it will not affect them. But they are wrong. Because if there are multiple bomb blasts in multiple cities, even their people and their relatives and their family members could get affected. Are they forgetting that?
So they are not as smart as they make themselves out to be.
They should realize that.
Ayman makes an important point. He says her father was sacked from the army.
Exactly. That's what I said. We have to question his background.
Exactly.
That means he was not following the principles of the army. That's why he was sacked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Somebody's
my deduction.
even more angry. She says she does not have looks either. Have you noticed her front teeth? And if she opens her mouth, her voice is, whatever. And she does not know how to carry a conversation.
Yes.
But there are
she has
other
buck
qualities
teeth.
as well.
She doesn't have a proper IQ. I wonder how she could have any conversation with Sushant. I think they were on two different planes where IQ is concerned.
KB, she used to say that I can't talk to Sushant until like I read a few books. So okay, like I don't know how to react to that, but it was a very strange comment to make. Like I can't talk to him until you read a few books. So you have never read a book in your life? Like, come on.
Yeah. So that is a reflection of her IQ.
Yeah,
that means she doesn't have even basic IQ to talk in a conversation.
Yeah. So Netra is saying, ma'am, hope we all realize that models, TV actors, and film actors are drawn into prostitution, drugs, sex trafficking. Real acting is not the main attraction. Absolutely. Yeah. At least in Bollywood, that's what we are finding out.
Very true.
Yeah. So, yes, it is it is coming out.
In Hindi. Monica, I think your Hindi is rather cute. So somebody is asking you to speak.
This person comes on like wherever I'm going and asking me to speak Hindi. Hindi, please speak Hindi. He's, I think, pushing me to face my fears.
Because I think you did speak in Hindi somewhere.
On
and
Lovely's
it sounded rather cute.
channel. Yeah.
So I think that sounded rather cute. So perhaps
this person comes on wherever I'm going, please speak Hindi. He's following me.
Yeah. The Patna High Court has demanded from CBI to update about the case, but still no news. The silence is frustrating. Yes. Absolutely.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
True.
Very true.
Daughters and sons of armed force personnel are being drawn into Bollywood. Yes. What if he was a cook in the kitchen? Still, he'd be called as from army.
Oh my
Kirit Somaya is taking out all this because he wants to settle scores with SS. As SS, he's talking about Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena did not allow him to contest during the last election. So let's not get carried away. Own agenda. Sash, when a person unearths scams, let us give him due credit. Okay? Let us not be envious. Okay? We all know, and I've always seen, don't think that, we are fools when we talk about Kirit Somaya. I've been following him for quite some time. And he's the kind of selfless person who's been doing it, and he's the one who needs to be safe because of the way the Shiv Sena goons are after him. And that's why the Prime Minister has given him Z security. So let's not talk about this, Sash. I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Right.
He's doing a great job. I disagree with whatever he said. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sunetra says, right, Karan, Manish, Bhatt, Chopra's Khans are connected. Yes. See, if you look at the pictures, that is the party pictures, you'll find the same cabal everywhere. It's like, they are one big fat family.
Same faces everywhere, right? Yeah.
So this Thai is less of an actress, more into handling the drugs business for this cabal. Just like Dino uncle, his face shows that he's a big time druggie. Here, what I'd like to say to you, Nish, is that, what you say is so true. Also, the fact that, these people have absolutely no shame. Right from Gehenna, Vashisht, okay? Or you talk about Shilpa Shetty's sister, or you're talking about Ria. They have, when you cross all borders, then you forget all about morality and values.
Right.
And that's when you sell yourself. And at that time, nothing matters. So I feel that they've come to the stage where nothing matters. You can talk about anything, and still feel that, whatever people say is okay.
Yeah, I mean, money is the only thing that matters in Bollywood. Like, there's no room for
because they've given up their morals,
there's no room
right?
for ethics.
So
nothing.
Once you give that up, because you do it the first time, you do it the second time, third, fourth time, it becomes like a part of you, So now you're not ashamed or scared or anything,
No, if you look at the pictures. Sorry, Meenaji.
And the funny thing is, how can you ever get close to Mahesh Bhatt?
Exactly. I was just coming to that. If you see her pictures with that guy and the way he's leaning on her chest and shoulder, I mean, she is, I think, his granddaughter's age, not even his daughter's age. Yeah. And to do it, I mean, it's even vulgar. It's repulsive to look at even.
Maybe she was trying to be Alia Bhatt's mom at that time, you know. She was really trying.
No, she was like a jalebi in circles at that time.
In fact, let me tell you, KB, that at one of those launches, they actually all of them ate a huge jalebi.
Yeah.
Prepared by some chef.
Yeah, and they had it from one jalebi they all shared. Yeah, I've seen that video. But I find it so shameless, and it's they think we like it.
Jalebis now after that.
No, when they show it, they think that the viewers are enjoying it, but it looks repulsive when you look at that fellow. He doesn't have teeth, he doesn't have hair. He's looking so awkward.
KB, that's how little they know us. That's how little they know us.
Nanda is saying, "Ma'am, what do you feel? Why Siddharth Shukla trapped for money or something else?" Definitely, Nanda, Siddharth Shukla was a guinea pig. If you look at, I don't watch Big Boss, but whenever I watch any small excerpts which they show on YouTube, I see that, they were actually drawing him into a spider's web, expecting him to behave in a certain way, and trying to feed on his weaknesses and showing that he's, has a temper and that he loses his temper very fast. So they were trying to add a character around him.
They were portraying a character.
Yes. Same way that they did in Sushant's case. Okay? Yes. And they tried to show that he was very enamored by this young girl who's actually, I found her IQ very low. Because when she talks on...
Again, another honey trap.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And she is now getting, I think, plum projects from Salman Khan and others, to say that, we are happy with you. What do you say? Mogambo khush hua.
Exactly. She's being rewarded because she followed their plans to the T.
It looks like, so here, sure. Your opinion, KB, about Siddharth?
Yeah, I definitely feel that it was, firstly, he was portrayed to be a short-tempered guy and an angry young man sort of thing. That was purposely done. And that he was honey-trapped into it. And I think money was definitely one of the aspects. And also it could be about the Illuminati and that showing it on the web, dark web. I don't know, maybe because he was alone in that room with this that woman. And I think possibly there were a few other people who were there who may have, either been let in by that woman or were already hiding there. And it has also made its way to the dark web. I have a doubt because
KB,
they make money in bitcoins. Yeah. Monica, tell me.
And KB, do you realize, like, after he had that altercation with Salman Khan, that's when they moved all their focus onto him, and then that's when all this talks came out that he's hot-tempered and this and that. But see, you could provoke someone and also get that same kind of reaction. It doesn't mean they are hot-tempered or there's something wrong,
At that moment, yes.
Yeah. So anger is very natural.
An interesting comment. She says, "Why Boni Kapoor, Salman Khan, Kejo never found dead or hanging or jumping from their balconies?"
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
See, there you go.
Yes.
You got your answers.
Absolutely, you're right there. But I have a feeling that there is something about the dark web and bitcoins also in Siddharth Shukla's case.
Yes.
And the fact that they did not let any part of his skin show also screams out that there was some discoloration of the skin.
Yeah. And also, KB, did you ever see the mother speaking after that? This was only a press release that they gave. Did you see the mother speaking after the funeral? Never.
Yeah. But the videos we have seen of the mother before when he was alive, after he had won the Big Boss, she is a very intelligent and proactive mother.
Yes,
she's a wonderful one. Yeah.
Yes.
So for her to become totally quiet, I'm sure it is something, a replay of what happened with Disha's parents.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my hunch.
Nishi is saying, if you see, ma'am, SSR's money was used for drug business. So their motive was to destroy SSR financially and mentally. But SSR was a next level. He was a genius.
He was a genius. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure SSR must have caught them. Yes. I'm sure he has caught them.
Give you news about Tollywood. It's the same thing. So they are bent to destroy the next generation.
Yeah.
So,
that is worrying. That is worrying.
Forgot to mention Akhtar, Akshay, even Yusuf Khan, Pancholis. Absolutely.
Why Amitabh Bachchan never gets
Yes.
in Cooper.
But
Sorry.
yeah, but
He
now
owns
that
a part of, I think he owns a part of Nanavati. I think he's a shareholder or something in Nanavati.
Acha, okay. Yeah, but
He has
when we
fixed
talk
his
about
place
this
in
Cooper,
Nanavati.
Meena ji, I don't know whether you're aware about this. The Cooper Hospital belonged to the Thackeray's.
Yes, part of it.
It is there in the net. I mean, it is a common public platform that's available.
Yeah, not fully. Not fully. I think they're part of it. Yes.
No. Originally, it was fully theirs, and then it has been given in a partnership PPP or something like that with the BMC, Brihan's Mumbai Corporation.
Yes.
And so that is the reason why I feel that everybody is taken there, because it will be easier to do a cover up or manage the reports or the PM, because the case is filed whenever there's a legal battle. The case is filed based on what does the PM report say.
Yeah.
So if the PM report has been manipulated, then they feel confident that they will anyway win it.
See, here also, I want to make a point, KB, Monica and Jaydev. See, there's another actor called Vidyut, who's a very good actor. And he is also on the lines of Sushant and Siddharth. So recently he got engaged to some fashion designer. And if you look at them, they look like chalk and cheese. So absolutely so much in contrast. So here there's seems something very dicey here as well. So I don't know. So if you look at if you follow, just go to his this thing, news about Vidyut. I saw a movie of him where he acts very well, a brilliant movie. So he has the skill, he has the physique, he has the looks. Yeah. So
Is
somewhere,
he also a rising star?
Yes.
Yes. He's a rising star.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check
In fact,
him out.
he paid tribute to Siddharth also. You will find, if you Google this thing, you'll find out a lot about him and his recent engagement. See, when you look at a couple who got engaged, you look at the the body language, or you look at how they suit each other. And in some cases, they don't suit each other at all. So here, I felt there is something very odd here. So
again, another honey trap. Again, another honey trap.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that it could be or it could not be. I don't know, because it looks very.
We smell something fishy.
Looks dicey.
Fishy. Yeah. Exactly, smell something fishy. So give it a thought, both of you.
Okay, so I'll Google that and check that out. Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to share, KB and Monica?
No, nothing else.
No,
I just have one point to say before I conclude is that when they have found out about in this terrorist thing, which I was looking at even today, that this Anis Ibrahim has been caught. So, which means there was a link with the Dawood's family and whatever, and we know from which state he is originating. So when the investigating agencies are looking at the terrorist links, I think they should even look at that, because he has got certain properties in that state, where maybe they are harboring the terrorists for the time being, the sleeper cells that they are talking about. We wonder whether there are any sleeper cells over there. So it needs to be looked into.
Rimpi also makes an important point. Rimpi says, Vidyut Jamwal was a good friend of Siddharth Shukla. He recently paid tribute to him. He was also supporting SSR. You're right, Meena ma'am. So there seems something. Let us just follow and see what's happening. In that case, we don't know. We cannot predict things. So we don't know. And also, see, on that note, I think we should wind up. Tomorrow, we have Deepti back with us for another session. And day after, as I told you, we'll be talking about, Hindutva and the, people, how they're trying to dismantle it. The universities abroad. So that's another one. And then on Saturday, very interesting, a very inspiring lady called Janet. She was, she was a brand, developer, and she was dealing with the top luxury brands like Audi and, it was, I think, Rolls Royce. So this lady, we knew her very closely when we were in Dubai. She's going to talk about her success story on Saturday. So that'll be an inspiring tale. She will be joining us from UK. So this is what we have in store the next 3 weeks.
Yes, madam, we loved your one on Meenakshi Singh. Oh, she's such an inspiring lady. I
Thank you so
really
much.
love
She was
that program.
fantastic.
Yeah, and if you
Yes,
know anybody
absolutely.
who's really inspiring, do tell us. And we will definitely speak to them and find out their story. Let it be truly inspiring for our viewers as well.
Very true. Very
Yes,
true.
very true.
Yes.
So
Right.
thank you, ladies.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
good night,
Thank you so
Katie and
much.
Monica.
Thank you, man.
Good
Thank you,
night to all of
Debbie.
you. Good night to the
night.
viewers as well.
Good night,
Thank
KP.
you always.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.